You have no idea how much I'm enjoying this trial.
I can make a pretty good guess from the look on your face.
I mean, I knew I would enjoy dragging Scott Baldwin through the mud, but who knew I'd also have the added pleasure of breaking up the sappiest couple in town. I have not had this much fun in a long time.
Well, I haven't felt this miserable in a very long time. I don't like this fighting at all, Doc. I can't believe I said the part about you losing your job. Can you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive.
No, I need to apologize. Will you let me apologize?
Really,
please?
Lucy, it's all right. You don't have to.
Yes, I do. I cannot believe I brought up your job and you not being able not to practice. And then what was I thinking, saying that part about the stalker and being on America's Most Wanted list? It was just my big mouth. I do that. You know I do that. I'm so sorry.
That was a bit of a low blow. But pulling out all the stops just makes it all that more convincing.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, we could look on the bright side, right? At least we're really not fighting, are we?
Can we go back to being ourselves now?
Oh, right. That seems to be after everything I said and you said and yelling and fighting and...
This will be over soon.
Right. And this is a good plan. It's a good plan. I just know it is. Isn't it?
Seems like it's already working. So I've completely lost my touch. I mean, Rex seemed to believe everything he heard, didn't he?
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think he did. Hey, you sure look tired.
Fighting with you takes a toll on me. I don't exactly thrill to saying hurtful things to you either. You know, I only got through this fight by keeping one goal in mind.
What was that?
The part where we get to make up.
Oh.
Lucy, I'm driving a car. Driving a very expensive car.
Keep driving.
Oh, I here. Yeah, she's in the living room.
Yes.
Hello, Lee.
Thanks for coming by on such short notice.
Oh, it's no problem. I live close by, and Dr. Baldwin explained about Serena.
Where is she?
She's in her bedroom. It took me a while to settle her down, so maybe you shouldn't disturb her just now.
Do not disturb her. She's my daughter.
I know, sweetheart, but Scotty, you don't understand what happened.
God, I hurt you.
There she is. How's my girl?
I miss you.
Yeah? Are you all right?
Uh-huh. My tummy aches are all gone. Can we read a book?
Well, yeah, maybe later. I kind of want to hear about your new friend.
What new friend?
You know, the invisible one.
Oh, you mean Mommy.
Come over here for a second. You wouldn't be, making up some story just to get me over here, would you?
No, Daddy. I wouldn't lie about Mommy.
Serena, you know what? When I was a little girl, I had an invisible friend, too. And her name was Becky. And she was kind of like my big sister. We went everywhere together. Is that like your friend, too?
Sort of. Only she's not my sister. She's my Mommy.
How do you know that?
Because she told me she was, and she looked exactly like the picture in the wagon.
You said she was invisible, so how do you see her face?
She's not invisible to me, just to everybody else.
Are you sweating this 6-month evaluation? Yes. Because I sure am. Stop.
No, you're going to ace it.
Oh, you're right.
Can you believe that 6 months has passed already?
No, I can't. It's so weird. Now we're already being evaluated, and we're going to get reamed by all the residents and Dr. Devlin.
Can I ask you something? I mean, do you guys think that you've done well so far?
Definitely.
I don't know.
Well, then have faith that the powers that be see that you do.
No.
I mean, I'm sure that they recognize your abilities, and these doctors have lots of experience in evaluating interns.
And burying interns.
She's exuding confidence, isn't she, Mike?
Excuse me.
Holy mackerel.
Woo, what's that?
So good to put that down.
Geez, I hope that's not just for the two of us. You know, you get 10 pounds of lasagna in there.
Okay, listen, Wise, I knew you were going to say that. My father's recipe serves 12, and I was afraid it wouldn't taste the same if I made it for 2. So I hope you guys will join us.
All right. It smells terrific. Let me get a knife.
Oh, wait, I need to heat it up in Matt's oven.
Oh, it's broken. And I haven't been able to get my landlord to fix it.
You know, I don't know what's going on in that apartment, but he breaks things faster than I can fix them.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's all those wild parties you're having.
Hey, where was I?
You know, if you were my tenant, I'd make him pay for everything with cash only.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Well, I still have a couple of ovens in the back that Matt hasn't gotten his hands on yet. Oh, what's in here? Bricks? Oh, Ronnie, would you take this in the kitchen, please, and heat it up, Ronald?
Yeah, and use the microwave, bro, because I'm not able to wait much longer.
Don't listen to him.
He's so patient.
I'd love to have some, but I am actually going on a date myself with Dr. Scanlon.
Oh,
Hey.
she's going on a date.
Yeah.
So, where are you going?
I have absolutely no clue. It's just some big mystery date that he's been planning for a while.
Cool.
And you haven't been able to pry the information out of him?
Pry it out of him? No, I haven't. All I know is dress warmly and wear boots.
Right on.
What are you going to do, have a weenie roast in the middle of winter? I
Hey, guys. Hey! Scanlon, we want to know where you're taking Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us in on it.
No, forget it, because that's why they call it a surprise.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Be strong, girl.
Okay.
Be brave.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, Burgess, can I get you something?
Oh, do you want some lasagna? It's homemade.
Grace is bringing in free food. She's trying to kill my business.
Mike, I'll just have a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee, please.
Sure, coming up.
Oh, come on, Ellen. Join us, please.
A lot of paperwork to do.
Yeah, those look suspiciously like evaluations.
They are.
Well, be gentle. Got my life in your hands there.
Okay, soup's on. Let's dig in. Here we go.
Now, Ellen, come on. I only have time enough to make this twice a year. You can have one of the nasty old sandwiches any day of the week.
You know, if things don't go well for you at the hospital, you can always work in my kitchen. Ellen, please come over. Grab a slab.
All right. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm a teenager again, and my Aunt Charlene's going to burst out of the house any minute and shine a flashlight right in our faces.
Why would you make out in front of your Aunt Charlene's house?
Well, to tell you the truth, I never really did. I mean, I think I was just too scared. You know, she was a tough lady.
So you were a good girl.
Well, no, not exactly. You see, there was this deserted airstrip, and sometimes I used to meet the guys, you know, down by the airstrip. Kind of hang out and make out.
Oh, I'm getting jealous.
Well, okay, then where did you make out?
Oh, well, it's a lot different for kids in Europe. We never had any money, so no one could afford a car, so we'd go to the movies.
You would make out in front of everybody just sitting right in the middle of a movie?
No, we'd sit in the back and watch everyone else make it. You know, I'm starting to feel kind of deprived. I was born an American. And here I missed out on that whole quintessential American car experience.
Poor baby.
Well, you are about to get very, very lucky.
Oh, boy. Now it is going to take hours to get her back to sleep.
Well, don't worry, I'll tuck her in. Let me ask you something. What am I going to do about this?
Are you asking a grandmother or a therapist?
Well, I think both.
Well, I just wouldn't ask her too many questions, you know. Just kind of assume that this imaginary friend is Dominique and act accordingly.
Okay, well, I'll try that.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, that's
You guys are getting pretty good there.
Woo!
You've taught me.
That's right. Well, you know, she's a natural. And look, and Serena, if you grab these two crosses right here. Wait a minute.
Which one?
Put it down for a second. Okay, like this and like this. Go under. And look, okay, now you have another pattern.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Do this?
Can I give it a try?
Well, is that okay?
Sure.
All right. It's up to you. Good luck.
All right. Let's see. Let me try this. Try this way. Like this. This is how you start it. Hey, when you talk to Mommy, what do you talk about?
Oh, lots of things, like how she knitted a yellow baby sweater for me before I was born. Do you know where it is?
Well, I'm sure it's in one of those boxes that we had shipped down from Canada.
Which one?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to, take a look. Do you remember wearing that sweater up in Canada?
Now, how am I supposed to remember wearing that? I was just a little eensy-weensy baby.
I know. And it's just a eensy-weensy sweater now. It would never fit you.
I know, but I still want it. It's Mommy's last gift to me.
Well, I'll find it then, okay? Promise.
Mommy says she'll help, too. She can find things and places you can't get into.
Well, I've made a mess of this.
Daddy.
Well, we'll let Eve, she's an expert, right?
Yeah, that's right. Go on. We'll take care of this.
All right, come on.
Papa. Like,
Okay, you remember the
Did
beginning.
you tell her about the sweater?
No, she brought it up.
Well, then Lucy must have told her. I mean, she had to finish the sweater one. Dominique couldn't.
Scott, I don't think that it's Lucy that mentioned it. You're always telling Serena stories about her mother, aren't you?
Well, then I must have brought it up.
it wasn't you. Mommy told me.
You know, what we should do is have one of those, what do they call them, the potluck dinners, where everybody brings whatever their favorite family recipes were.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So what would you bring, Matt?
Well, when you're brought up by a band of roving gypsies, you don't have a lot of childhood favorite food memories. I mean, they basically cooked whatever they could scavenge over the campfire.
Yeah. Oh, you joke a lot about your family, but I'd like to know the truth.
Oh, you said I'm joking.
What about you? I hear that you came up from Manhattan.
Yeah, I did.
What would you like to bring to the potluck?
I'm not sure. Does pizza count?
Well, that depends. What kind?
Just your standard whatever.
Oh, come on, Ellen. There must be something special, you remember?
Well, all this talk about food is kind of getting me hungry again. Grace, can you slice me up another piece, please?
Absolutely. There you go.
Thank you.
Now that was an experience.
Oh, you're kidding.
And I do mean experience. Now I know what I've been missing out on all those years. You know why teenagers make out in cars, don't you?
No, why?
Because it's fun.
You are right. Hey, let's not move. Let's just stay here. Do we have to go home?
Well, could give me a few minutes. I think my leg's asleep.
Hey, why don't we make this a weekly tradition?
Think of the money we'll save on hotel. Watch it.
Can I please open my eyes?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, now. So what do you think?
Well, if we have dinner reservations at Mario's, I think we're really lost.
This isn't about dinner at some fancy restaurant. This is about Christmas.
Christmas.
Do you have any idea where you're standing right now?
Oh, no. What am I? No.
You're on the exact spot of the Scanlon family tradition.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Because my mother knows the guy that owns this land, and every year since I can remember, we've come here to cut down a tree. It's kind of a gift from Mr. McIntyre.
Isn't he worried about depleting his supply?
No, actually, it helps keep a place from getting overgrown.
I see, really?
Not only do we balance the environment, but we get the best tree in Port Charles. And since this is our first Christmas together, I wanted you to come along to help pick the tree out.
That's a lovely idea, Joe.
So, let's get to work.
Okay, let's get to work. Well, how do we pick out the best tree?
Lacey, that's a very scientific process.
Okay.
How did that feel?
Wow. Good.
Well, then I say this is our tree.
But that's your scientific process?
Perfect kiss means a perfect tree.
Why do I have the feeling you've been using this scientific process on all the women every year?
Absolutely not.
Uh-huh.
Never. This is my first time. But it works, doesn't it? I mean, this is the perfect tree.
Well, it's a nice tree, but I'm not convinced. I think
What?
we need to try another one. I think this one would be the perfect tree. What do you? Let's see.
Well, I think that one's a winner.
That's a good one?
Yeah.
Chop away, baby.
Oh, there we go.
What do you think you're doing?
We know the guy who owns the land.
Yeah, so do I. Uncle Sam.
No, his name's McIntyre. He usually lets us cut a tree down every year.
Not anymore. This is a federal forest preserve.
Well, then he must have sold the land because,
Oh.
I didn't know, officer. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Hang on a minute.
Well, I figured since I already cut it down.
Don't forget your present from the U.S. Forest Service. That needs to be paid by the first of the year, or there's an additional penalty. Oh, and Merry Christmas to you, too.
For the amount of this ticket, I could have bought a tree big enough to put in Rockefeller Center. Yeah.
I'll get the cobbler.
I'll get the plates.
Terrific.
Thank you for coming to my rescue.
Well, it didn't seem like you wanted to talk about your family, so...
You're very perceptive. I don't.
Well, I know what you feel. Glad I could help.
Sleep tight.
Daddy,
Yes, Pumpkin?
is it wrong that Mommy's visiting?
Of course not. I was just surprised.
I wish you could see her. She's very pretty.
I know that.
She says it's easy for a child this year. It's magic.
That explains it then. Now, come on, it's late. Close your eyes. Go to sleep. Close them.
Daddy.
Close them. I love you too. Close them.
Well, I can't imagine what I would have done if I didn't have my imaginary friend. My childhood was a mess.
Well, I wish Serena's imaginary friend was real.
I can imagine.
We can't wish for things that we can't have. I still don't understand about the sweater. Maybe I told her. I just can't remember telling her.
Well, maybe you told her back in Canada sometime.
Well, yeah, but that still doesn't explain why she's calling her imaginary friend Mommy.
Well, children need fantasies sometimes to empower themselves. You know, maybe it's just not enough for her to talk to Dominique Star. Maybe she needs something more.
So do I. I wish I had more than a star to talk to, but I'm a grown-up. And we can't have imaginary friends.
It's time to go to sleep, Serena.
But I'm not tired. Mommy, do angels ever go to sleep?
Of course they do. Everybody sleeps, even angels.
Then how can you watch over me when you're sleeping?
Oh, honey, I'm always watching over you. Doesn't matter what I'm doing or where I am. I'm always here with you. Now, sleep, my precious little love. That's my girl.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Lisa McCree. Tomorrow, a family guide to surviving the holidays. What to do when your kids get out of hand at get-togethers.
Plus, behind the scenes of the new Spielberg movie Amistad, tomorrow on Good Morning America.